Today, we're gonna be taking a look at the Signis 2, doing a little comparison, so don't go away. For the longest time, the Cygnus was probably my all-time favorite slingshot. I absolutely loved it. The way it held, in the hand, locked in the hand, great. No movement, no slipping. Very many different options on grip and all that stuff. Well, we'll go through that stuff today. But I really didn't think there was going to be a way that they could improve on it at all. And well, it seems like he's done it. It seems like he's done it. I'll go into that a little bit. I think it's probably just a couple of fine or small adjustments that they made on the shape that really makes all the difference, really. And from time to time, you get one of these slingshots that kind of blow your mind on how well and how comfortable they are and how well they shoot for you and all that. And this is one of them. And he's kind of reignited the fire in my belly for the Cygnus. I'm really enjoying shooting this one. It's a bit of a sniper of a slingshot. It's pretty cool, and I like all the versions of it I have. I've got the Cygnus Bold, which I forgot to bring out with me today, but I do have the wrap and tuck version, a custom version, and the new V2. So we'll take a look at those three today. I think going into all four would be a little bit overkill, but anyway, it is what it is. The another thing I gotta say. Okay, you know what we're gonna do? I'm just gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna have a seat, try to get out of the heat a little bit here, and I'll start showing you version 1, a custom that I have, and then we'll look at the version 2, and I'll show you the slight differences that they made. Oh, missed one. All right, so this one right here is the first Cygnus that I ever got, and the cool thing about this guy is, I mean, overall length, 135, 23 millimeter fork tips, 90 millimeter fork width, really bang on into that zone that I like, and it's a great frame. Actually, this is that one that I believe, if I remember correctly, this is the one I hit that skinny side lighter pop short with, and we actually absolutely destroyed that shot. It was freaking awesome. But let me tell you, this thing is a great slingshot, and pretty much like an entry level, probably one of the cheaper ones you can get, but definitely worth it. Got some orange liners on the inside with black scales, black pin, orange pin. Looks fantastic. We'll take a couple of quick shots down at the range there, and then we'll pull out the custom that I got, and we'll have a look at that one as well. Now, this slingshot made me realize something important. I absolutely love slingshots with a really sharp fork tip like this guy. Have a look at this. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It doesn't matter how small that target is, just like that little 12 millimeter wasp flipper we just smoked right there. This thing is absolutely beautiful. If I'm lining up on my eyeball, or let's say if I'm lining up on my nose, I can just put that thing right on my nose, lock it in, and be able to still see my shot. Now, on these little fork tips here, when I'm shooting, I've got my ammo lining up right on top of that ball. So anything I'm shooting at, if I'm shooting at the ammo, if I'm like this, hovering behind it, or in your case, if you want to see how it looks like, I'll be hovering over it just like this. I can always see my target. My ball it should land basically just above wherever it is I'm putting that fork tip. And when you have like a big fiber optic or anything like that hanging off the edge of your sight, it causes a little bit of an issue, and sometimes it blocks your target that you're shooting at. And to me, that's a problem. Yep, absolute win, and this thing is a beauty of a shooter. All right, we did some great shooting with this guy, and I absolutely love this frame, and this one definitely won't break the bank. So after getting that one, I knew that I wanted something special, something beautiful, something with my channel colors on it. So I hit up Andrew for one of these. Got this absolute beauty. A whole bunch of layers in there, just absolute sexiness. And I've been shooting, this is the one that I was shooting for the longest time. I absolutely love this frame. It's a beautiful thing. And the exact same thing. The only difference is that between this one and this one, I was thinking at the time for longer distances. If I shorten the fork width just a tiny little bit, I should be able to get a little bit more height on my shot from longer distances. So I actually had this one. The fork width is actually an 88, 89, somewhere around there, slightly smaller. 23 millimeter fork tips, 135 overall, same kind of thing. And let me tell you, I was absolutely in love with this frame for the longest time, and actually still am. This thing is freaking badass. But I was kind of shocked when Andrew told me he was coming out with a version 2, and I'm like, how the hell are you gonna improve on this frame? This thing is freaking amazing. And well, we're gonna take a couple of shots of this one, and then we're gonna show you the V2, take a couple of shots and compare the differences of them. So we're around 17 or 18 meters where we're at right now. There we go. Just got a little touch on it. We'll see if we can get a better one in a minute. But when I got this guy, the whole purpose of getting this guy was I wanted something that's going to be very, very pretty. And that it definitely is. But my whole plan at that time was that from shooting longer distances, I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more narrow. So this guy came in at around 88 millimeters. It's actually around 88 and a half, I think, but we're very, very close. The fork tips on this thing, everything else is the same, exact same setup as the other one, just a little bit more narrow. Now, my whole thought process on this was to get a little bit more of a narrower frame for shooting at longer distance. And if I wanted to shoot close, I could just gap shoot, just shoot a little bit lower. So for this one, at the 17 that we're at, right around here, when I'm shooting, I'm lining up basically point on at this distance with this frame, because it's a little bit on the smaller side and I shoot a little higher. And it seems to work. It's not so bad. I mean, at 17, 18 meters where we're at, we're shooting at a little jingle bells at, you know, at a good distance. And that thing's only 40 millimeters. That's a good shot. It's a good snipe from back here. A little bit low on that one. Low and right. A little bit left. There it is. There it is, on point. Yep, I'll take that. 3 out of 5. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll head on back to the chair. I'll show you the version 2. We'll do a little bit of a comparison and we'll take some shots. All right. So definitely kick some ass with this guy. But let's take a look at the version 2. Here it is. Look at this. Multiple layers. G10. Gray. Nice little blue stripe in there, which is gorgeous. Matches the pins. Ties it all together. Now you can see this guy does look a little chunkier than the other ones. And it's a little bit squared up on the back end. The other ones were more rounded, but still the same deal. I can get my 2 fingers into that little narrow waist, lock them around, lock everything in, and get really high up onto those fork tips, and it just shoots fantastic. Now, along with the other ones, I'd said basically that was the grip on those things were like a 10, and actually I'll change that now and I'll bump it up. I'll bump it down to a 9. We'll call this one a 10 because it is an improvement. The little bit of chunkiness on there, and the fact that it's got these little scoops, very, very slight little scoops in there, it actually fits into my pinky very, very nicely. I can get really high up onto those forks, just so I'm shooting right off that little fork tip, and everything just locks in beautifully. Really can't go wrong with this one. And it's pretty damn sweet. Let's go ahead and take a couple of shots with it. We'll pick on all the flippers inside the catch box, see how we do. And then I'm going to show you them side by side so you can actually really get a good idea of the difference in the sizes and the shape of the 2 Cygnuses. All right, so have a look at these. This is the difference between the Cygnus version 2 and version 1. So 90mm fork width, 23mm fork tips, still the same. The cup is very, very similar. It may be slightly shallower at the bottom because it's kind of squared out instead of having the round cup. The still has the same cutouts on either side. The scales on the version 1 don't go all the way up to the top like the version 2 does. But I'm going to show you another comparison in a second, just to give you an idea. Where all the magic happens, guys, is right here. It's a little bit chunkier in the waist. It has this nice new updated shape to it. And actually this shape, I know I was mentioning a little bit earlier before, the shape on here is really nice. This thing gets into your fingers, locks around, and you've got that little cutout where your finger drops in. I like to always have 2 fingers go into this little belly here. Keeps me right up close to those fork tips. So when I'm staring down my bands, it's still got it. Still got that nice sight picture. It also has that nice 90mm fork tip. That's still the same. 90mm fork tip, but also the 90-degree fork tip. Very, very sharp fork tip to shoot off of, and locks you in really nice. This is an absolute win, and I really didn't think he was going to be able to improve the Cygnus hold, but he absolutely did with this. Having it a little bit thicker, a little bit chunkier. You can see right here, the thickness of this one is a little bit less than this one. And on the fork tips, it's a little bit less on the wrap and tuck than it is on this one. But this is an aluminum core, kind of makes sense. But the G10 version is bang on. Let me pull out the other one. Let's swap this guy over to this side. Pull out the other one. Here we go, just to show you this. So here's the version 1, but the custom. Still got the round cup. The scale doesn't go right to the top, but I asked for it to be a little bit more narrow. You can see it's got a little bit of the difference there, just by about 1 mil or 2. The thickness, though, of these two are the exact same. They're very, very similar, or bang on. You can't tell the difference with your fingers. It's right there. So it's the same thing, but absolutely just beautiful looking slingshot. It seems to be a little bit chunkier up at the forks. The sweep's a little bit less. You can see he's got those big it's kind of like that swoop in there, just like the original. So you can see they're basically the same here. And this guy has less of a swoop where the fingers go, but still has the cutouts along the sides for comfort of your index finger and for your brace placement, which is very, very nice. So all in all, the version 2, in my opinion, is an improvement. All right, we got just a few more shots on here, and I definitely want to show you this guy. I mean, it's brutally hot out here, so I'm standing in the sun. It's 45 degrees with the humidex today. It's absolutely savage. Look at this, I'm sweating through my clothes, I'm freaking dying. But I'm gonna take a couple of shots, see how it goes, but I want you to pay attention. We're gonna do it out in the sun so you can see. I want you to pay attention that I'm not, my hand doesn't move at all, even being soaked in sweat and super hot. Take a look at this. No movement at all. All right, I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Get that score ball in 6. Just a little bit low. Those two targets are touching, or almost touching anyway. There's a squirrel ball shot. I'll take that. Got a few more shots here left. See if we can get some more. But pay attention to my hand. You'll see there's no movement. A little high. I like shooting that squirrel ball. It's oh man, it's very challenging. Last one. Let's see if we can at least get 2 hits on it. There it is. There we go. I'll take 2. Not so bad. But that's the version 2, guys. A little bit of a comparison. Now you're going to know exactly what's been changed. And in my opinion, it's an absolute improvement. And it's kind of hard to believe on a great design like the Cygnus was. Look at that. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button. And anyway, you guys take care, stay safe, get out and practice, be good to each other. I'll see you again soon. I love you guys, freaking awesome. Bye for now.